Firecracker 250 at Daytona. We qualified one driver going to the rear, but we are going to have a fast car here during the race. I can promise you that. Pole sitter in this one is going to be Stephen Light. He actually won the Talladega race, trying to double down and win 2 of the 3 super speedway races on the season. And here we go here in this one.
We're going green. Almost ready now.
It's going to be a fun one. Green flag in the air. We're underway at Daytona in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Here, the second race at Daytona for this series. A little bit shorter of a race. First race was 120 laps, 300 miles. This one will be 100 laps, 250 miles. Quickly taking it 3 wide to the bottom of the racetrack here. Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving and hopefully continues into this nighttime through this live stream here. Quickly getting the bump draft from behind here to try to gain some more spots. And now look at this 3x3x3 in the middle to the back of this pack here, all bumper to bumper, nose to tail. Middle lane starting to get moving now. The outside kind of bottlenecking back. Just a matter of trying to squeeze our way through though. Now quickly looking to the inside of Morgan Shepherd, looking to make it 4 wide, couldn't quite do it there. Very close to the quickly blocking his line off now, and now down to the inside of Morgan Shepherd here, trying to work from the back of this pack to the front. And within the first 2 laps of the race, for the racetrack, we were quickly able to get down to the bottom. As always, no stages in this race. And a little bit of a shot from behind there from Tommy Joe Martins. Should only be about a 2 pit stop race to the finish. Run a little over 40 laps on a full tank of fuel here at Daytona in these Xfinity Series cars. So here we go, 3 wide, right up through the middle. Or sorry, right on the bottom of the racetrack rather. Off of turn 4, still racing the bottom. 3 laps complete. We've already moved up to 14th at the start-finish line. Just amazing, again, how quickly we are able to work through this pack. And all of these passes have been made on the inside line around the racetrack. Quickly moving to the top. Just going to force our way into the middle to get around Greg Golding. Looking to the inside now of Brandon Jones. Taking it 3 wide through 3 and 4. This track not as wide as Talladega, so when you go 3 wide, it is even tighter at speeds of close to 200 miles an hour here, even in the Xfinity Series. 4 laps in, we're up to 7th despite starting 36. So 31 spots gained in the first 4 laps of the race. How crazy is that? And now quickly to the inside here on Allgaier. And we're going to pass him easily. And now off of turn 2 to the inside of Matt Mills. Not a lot of help on the bottom here. Quick side draft there off of Mills. And now pulling to the inside of Christopher Bell. We have a bad fast car. I did not think we were going to get through the field this quick though. And we are up to 4th, not even 5 laps in. Really working through the draft to the best possible advantage that we can. Now to the inside of Ross Chastain, we're up to 3rd. Right behind Austin Cindric here. We're going to give Cindric a push here coming out of turn 2. Bump drafting now and trying to catch up to the race leader and the pole sitter of Stephen Light. We're going to move Cindric out of the way and try to move into the catbird seat into 2nd. Can't quite clear him out. Stephen Light quiet ways out in front. Chastain going to follow me on the bottom. He's going to give me quite a big push here. He's trying to get me to second as well. Chastain trying to move to third because, of course, those Flex Seal teammates, Ross Chastain and Stephen Light, can get 1-2. They can really work together to try and trump the rest of this field. So Chastain will clear, Cindric for third. I easily get to second. Look at that, 3 wide for third back there. Christopher Bell on the bottom. Chastain in the middle. Cindric, wow, huge blocking moves on both Bell and Chastain to hold on to third. Stephen Light, though, so far ahead of us. Quite amazing. But he is almost seemingly getting too far out ahead. Look at him go. He's about a half second ahead of the pack when we're running back down. I think we will. It's only a matter of time. We just have to be going so much faster than him right now. So the in-car camp for the first time today. Again, we're trying to catch up to Light. We knew we'd have a fast car, but I didn't think he was going to have this fast of a car. Working the inside here with Light on the top for the moment, but Light still running the bottom in the corners. Kind of trying to stay off of Light's draft, so that way I can keep Austin Cindric on my bumper right behind me. My Cindric can still give me a pretty good push of his own. Cindric now pulling away from Jones behind him. We might need more cars in line here to try and catch Light. Slowly gaining though, another 1/10 of a second chipped away in about a lap. The last 2 laps we've gained about a 1/10 of a second on him. Really getting a draft here in the turn. Cindric staying somewhat close to the bumper, but now me and Cindric are separating from each other. I'm getting a pretty big run on the back bumper of Light despite not a lot of help from behind. So now trying to hold on to this run. 2/10 of a second back. Light moving around quite a bit just to shake the draft. You can't get away though. On the top side. Still not getting a lot of help from behind. Now only a 1/10 of a second back here. Quickly closing into the back bumper of Stephen Light. We're close to him. The closest we've been since we've been in second. Right up on the back bumper. Big run of our own onto the left rear corner panel now. Looking to side draft there off of the 01 car. But that's all the closer we get to him. Cindric trying to reel us back in. And let me tell you, Austin Cindric is coming. That Ford GT Mustang here just behind us. We get a big run on Light again. Light to the top. We'll stay to follow. Looking to the inside. We might have ducked down a little too early, but here comes Cindric off of 4, side by side. Not quite. We're going to go back to the top, because that's where Light's at. And again, we got Cindric pushing us. Cindric gave us a huge shot now. Into turn 1, back down to the bottom. We might have timed it out perfectly that time. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there off the apron. Still side by side for the lead off of turn 2. Trying to side draft. But a lot more straightaway speed that time for Light. And Light will move back down to the bottom. So we got up to second in the first 5 laps of the race despite starting 36th. And Stephen Light's led every lap from the start of the race. And so now for about the last 9 laps, we've been right on the back bumper of Light, but have not been able to get around him. Looking to go to the top. Trying to break the draft there just a little bit, but had no help. Ducked back in line now. A little bit of a bobble again there, but Cindric is going to come help us from behind. We got to stay close to Light. Former Cup Series Rookie of the Year. To the outside yet. We are bump drafting him like crazy right now. Light moving back to the top. Leaving a lot of bottom open for me to try and catch him here off the exit of 2, but he goes down to block. Go back to the top, he goes to block again. Stephen Light doing a great job out in front right now. And again, he'll stay along the top. As will I. And I bounce off the wall. And now Cindric will give us a shot. But we might have lost a little bit too much momentum there. Cindric trying to push us, but tried to stay on the outside of Light. And that dirty air right behind him got the car tight in the middle of the corner. I wasn't able to hold the line and kind of scraped the wall, but not too bad as we're obviously still going full speed here. Just hit 200 miles an hour entering turn 3 that time. And that's fast even for a Cup Series car, especially when most of the races are at 550 horsepower now. Or almost the majority of the races are that fast. And now we get our first caution of the race. So first yellow. And that might shake the running order up here just a little bit. Tires don't mean too much here, so I don't think that you're going to see many guys pit. More towards the rear of the field, I would assume. No, actually nobody's going to pit right now. We won't go through four tires at all in this race. The track position seems like it's going to mean too much, especially this short of a race here at Daytona. So we're going to go green here with 81 laps to go in the race. Already about 20 laps in, about a fifth of the way in. And here we go, green flag back in the air here at Daytona. Door to door with Stephen Light. Can we get the restart? Look at Drake Holding trying to go around us on the outside. As the top two are just sidetracking off of each other right now. 3 wide for the lead into turn 1. Look at how tight this is. All the way up through the middle. Just trying to hold our line. Austin Cindric, nobody can get through. That slight little contact. We're quickly able to block the bottom. Everybody trying to get back up to speed. Jones trying to thread the needle through the middle again, but he couldn't get there. Cindric's on the back bumper now of Light. Push from behind from Jeffrey Earnhardt. We're going to close in on Cindric. Things got very hairy, very quick off that restart here at Daytona. Now up to the outside of the racetrack. Trying to get around Cindric on the top, but we don't have a lot of help. And we'll fall in line right behind him again in third. Cindric staying on the bottom here. And now we got a big run on Cindric there. Even to the bottom into turn 3, easily going to clear him. Now a big run off of 4. Closing into that back bump with Stephen White. Still looking for the lead for the first time today. 79 laps to go. Still looking to the inside, blocking us down to the double yellow line is White. Looking back to the top into 1, but our momentum is gone. We pulled too far away from the pack behind us. Have to try and run him back down again. Jeffrey Earnhardt now up to second. Cindric on the outside. He's got another driver underneath him with Boston Hill. Sorry, Mike Harmon. It's actually Austin Hill, not Jeffrey Earnhardt, getting that shove a little bit ago, and he's currently the driver that's in third. And the top 3 all on the outside of the racetrack here. Stephen Light currently up there. I like us running the top, to be completely honest. Gives me more of a shot to pass him, despite the fact I haven't passed him yet. To run back to the top again, but there's nowhere to go with it. $77 laps to go. Another big run through the tri-oval. We actually got to the inside of it. Side draft going into turn 1. Side by side for the lead. It is not an official lead change until we get back to the start-finish line. Little bit of a bobble on the bottom again. Huge push from behind now from Austin Cindric, but it's going to be too little too late. And Stephen Light is easily going to be able to clear us. Still a big push going into turns 3 and 4. We'll see if we can do anything with it. Looking back to the top again. Nowhere to go. Trying to fake the top, go to the bottom. We're there. And another block at the line there that time by Light. Stephen Light is so hard to pass right now. And I wonder if that's going to be the fact with anybody out in front. And he went back-to-back super speedway races. Big run again. Here we go. Quick little side draft. Now we got a big side draft on him. Into 3 and 4. Still side by side for the lead. More help on the bottom versus the top. Light trying to get every source of momentum. But now the 61 side drafts off of him. And just like that, Mike Harmon actually rather, not Austin Hill. Harmon side by side with him. And we are going to lead our first lap of the race here at Daytona. On lap 26, so it took us about a quarter of the race to finally take the lead despite being up in second on lap 5. It took us about 20 to 21 laps from there just to get to the lead. That's quite a long time. That battle for second going on, 3 wide now. And we tuck the block 3 lines at once. We're going to do it, at least for the moment. And look at that, back in the sucker hole through the middle with Stephen Light. 74 to go, and as long as he doesn't wreck out, I'm sure he will be one of the drivers battling to the end of this one.
Car there on the inside.
Pretty aggressive blocks in this one. Not a long race, but still decent ways to go. Trying to lead as long as possible, at least for right now. Sato Barcella in the mix. Ross Chastain back into the top 5 again. Been a little while. Austin Hill makes it 3 wide on the bottom there as they left it open just enough through 3 and 4. And still 3 wide off of turn 4. Look at how tight that is. A little bit of a bobble with the car in the middle. Everybody just trying to side draft off of each other with 73 laps to go. We're down to the bottom now in the middle of 1 and 2.
Got one outside now.
Oh, very close to blocking all of these guys into the wall, and now Austin Hill quickly going to get to the bottom of the racetrack. Back to the top again, big push from behind. Rookie Austin Hill in the Xfinity Series trying to take the lead at Daytona. Push from behind again here from Harmon. The top line just not able to really pass the leader at least. Big side draft there off of Mills. New leader at the line, it's Austin Hill here at Daytona. Mills gives up the bottom as we switch lanes. And now we're side by side for second. We just cleared Mills down the back straightaway. Now trying to close in on Austin Hill again. So we'll see if we can get around him. We'll see if it was just Stephen White that was able to hold on to a lead as we kind of loosen Hill up out of 4, but we got loose as well, so we can't make the pass there. So we only led 2 laps out in front there, but off the turn 2, here we go, big run, side by side, down the back straightaway, big side draft now. As we try to pull away from Austin Hill. Down to the bottom, he chases us into 3. We're going to clear him. Boy, it took about a lap to get around him. It took 20 to get around Stephen White. Despite the fact that we're finally able to maneuver, so we're going to lead now for the second time today. Cole Custer in the lead for the second time, 30 laps into this race. But only his 3rd lap left. Bill fighting back quickly on the top again. Off of 4, here we go. Down on the bottom. Everybody just scattered behind us now. 4 laps left in the race. About 15 laps away from green flag pit stops. Hill coming back, and we left the bottom open again. Big push here as Justin Haley's going to give one on Matt Mills, and now down to the bottom here to block off Greg Golding. Trying not to let Austin Hill get in front of us as well. We blocked him off the racetrack, and we're able to at least hold on to 3rd. 3 wide behind us. Greg Goldie now going to try to pulls into our back bumper. We're getting a heck of a run on the back bumper of Justin Haley, who is currently in 3rd. The top 3 now, all bumper to bumper. Mills goes a little high, and he's still able to block off Haley. Haley on the bottom of the racetrack. So he gets blocked off again. Another big move. Down to the bottom, looking for 2nd on Haley. Mills kind of moved up though. Slight contact now with Haley. Slight contact was made. Golding going to try to save us from behind. Still got the bumper out in front of Haley, but we can't clear him. Now up to 2nd. Big run. Can we beat him into turn 3? Yes, we do. Big side draft as well. door to door for the lead with Matt Mills. Oh, trying to stay on him. Couldn't quite do it that time. Big push from Golding, but it's going to come a little too late. Mills leads the lap at least. And barely going to beat Mills into turn 1 like we did 3, but this time can we get around him?
Still there.
We got the nose out in front this time. Golding behind us. Will he give us a push? Here he comes. Golding with the push. Mills does not have a lot of help on the top side of the track. Haley's back there, but he's a couple car lengths behind him. And now into 3 and 4, the push is going to be enough to now clear Matt Mills. And we're going to take the lead for the 3rd time today. And lead our 5th lap of the race. So the 3 times we've led, we have not led more than 2 laps at a time. We're going to make some blocks to hold on to the lead, but I'm not going to make as aggressive of blocks as what I will within the last 20 laps of this one. 3 wide, back for 2nd. Look at this battle. Only a matter of time here before I give up the lead once again. We're going to lead another lap at the line here. For our 6th lap led of the race. Light has led the most as he led the first 25 laps of this one. Or the first 24 laps rather. Comes Brandon Jones back on the top again. I saw him coming though. 3 by 3 by 3 all the way through the field. Look at the middle line prevailing. Tommy Joe Martins. But he didn't transfer down to the bottom. And now here he comes. He holds it. There's contact. And we're stuck in the middle. Quickly caught in a sucker hole right through the middle of the racetrack, trying to make a block that was too late. As you saw how quickly we just fell all the way back to the 7th position. And again, green flag pit stops coming in less than 10 laps here if we stay green. Oh, down on the apron. Back up the racetrack. We're all good. Just got really loose into turn 3. Didn't think I was going to make it back onto the track in time. I kind of forced my way up there, but that was the only thing I could do. Easily going to clear Brandon Jones for 4th. Side by side for the lead out in front again here between Golding and Tommy Joe Martins. Look at this as we look to split the middle for 2nd. No, quickly going to fall back in line behind Morgan Shepherd again. And now Shepherd, he wants to go high right in front of Tommy Joe Martins. Golding leads the lap and he's starting to pull away quickly. Draft will reel him in, especially if he gets too far out in front. Down to the double yellow line to at least get alongside of Golding. We didn't make the pass down there though. So it is not illegal. Very creative. Just to get alongside of him, but if we can actually take the lead off of it, that would be amazing. And it wouldn't be breaking the rules either. Very innovative way to get around Greg Golding. And it is going to work. A little help from Brandon Jones, but nevertheless, it's going to work to clear him for the lead, and we're going to take the lead again. Another lead change at the start-finish line. Custer leads for his 4th time today, and again, we haven't led more than 2 laps at a time, so it's only our 7th lap led. 59 laps to go. 7 laps led out of the first 41 completed laps. It's not a bad percentage at Daytona. But it's crazy we've done that, leading 4 different times in this race. Brandon Jones in 2nd, of course. It is just so tough to block all these guys for the lead. You don't want to wait till the last lap to try and go for the lead, because you never know. You waited too long. Even this early in the race, you get that momentum, you go for it. You don't want to be too aggressive with trying to go for it, but as well as the blocking part this early. But don't forget that Talladega race was caution fest. 10 cautions throughout. We've only had 2, or so far 1. Over 40 laps into this one, and we're almost halfway home. This pace, we're going to be nowhere close, but we haven't had the big one yet. Still 37 cars in this. It was just a single car accident that brought out the first caution. Just about 15 laps into the race. We are only now a little less than 3 laps away from green flag pit stops. It's only a matter of time before we get takers on the pit road, but everybody running mostly 3 wide, if not 3 wide, at least side by side, outside of the race leader here, Cole Custer, leading the field. But how will everybody get organized enough to get onto pit road, especially 3 wide per second right now? I guarantee nobody's going to pit this lap. And again, only a matter of time before there's a wreck at this point. Look at these aggressive blocks. I'm trying to hold on to the lead before we come down onto pit road. So I can at least try to control my pace, and at that point I just got to hope that I don't get ran over from behind.
Got one outside now.
And I'm Morgan Shepherd's going to get up there. Side draft off of Shepherd, push from behind from Brandon Jones. Doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. Very aggressive pushing now. Ross Chastain's down there, side by side for the lead into one again. To the inside of Morgan Shepherd. Former Xfinity Series champion, but it was a long time ago when he won the title. Chastain giving us a push. So we get the bumper out in front. Will anybody pit this time? We're back in the lead. Shepherd led the last lap. As some drivers pull onto pit road, we are going to wait one more lap. 55 laps to go. Again, it's a 2 pit stop race to the finish. And 3 wide back now for second. Only about a handful of cars pitted. We still got over 30 cars that have to come on the pit road. And hopefully nobody runs out of gas in front of the field to cause the big wreck. It's a fight for the bottom down the back straightaway, as well as guys probably trying to just take the lead to get back down to the bottom. But now into turns 3 and 4, they might be waiting too long. We know we're going to pit this time, and again, hopefully we don't get ran over from behind. This could be treacherous. Down on the pit road, here we all come. On the brakes hard. Got to make sure you don't speed. And we don't. Great job getting onto pit road. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel coming our way. We did a great job not getting beat onto pit road. I mean, we could have blocked the tires as long as we didn't spin, because we were going to change them anyway. But still some pretty good action there. We need this fast pit stop though. Here we go. Got to get out there in front of everyone, and we will.
Clear the pit, hammer down.
Look at that. Fast pit stop to stay in front here at Daytona. More drivers on the pit road right now, of course. Once again, will anybody stay out of the pits? We're getting a push from Noah Gregson here. He's trying to get back up to speed. It looks like only one more driver stayed out, and that was Mike Harmon. Caution now. There must have been an accident with everybody trying to get onto pit road in that third group. And that will bring out the third caution of the race. Currently we're 17th. A lot of guys on pit road right now, a lot of guys still have to pit. As well as a lot of guys already pit, so we're going to restart 15th. Green flag back in the air following the second caution of the race here at Daytona. Cross flags with the green flag back in the air here now. 50 laps to go in the race already. Again, despite the fact we've basically got a full tank of fuel, we cannot make it on fuel to the end. Cannot run 50 laps. Even in the Cup Series, can't even run that many laps here at Daytona on fuel.
Careful, still there.
It seemed like another single car incident that brought out the caution. Somebody trying to get on pit road, probably took a spin. Keeps closing right, got out of the gas quite a bit, and still closed in on Brandon Brown. Just a little bit of momentum after that, and that allows Brandon Jones to get in between us now, but now on the back bumper of Joe is trying to give him a push.
Stay low, stay low. You got it, good clear there.
Oh, Jones tried to block us, we were already there. Now big side draft off of him.
Stay on the bottom.
Went off the turn 2, he tried to hold on to the bottom, but he washed up the track a little too much. Like thought about blocking there, but he thought better of it. He'll probably slide in line behind us. Right into the back bumper of Brandon Brown. Everybody just pushing hard with 48 laps to go.
Still there. Clear high, bud.
This race has the makings to be just over an hour long. I don't think it's going to be that long of a race from start to finish. I mean, we're already past halfway. Only 2 cautions here at Daytona. That's surprising. But in the Cup Series race, in this July race, they only had 3 the entire race. So that's a very good possibility. So we'll get in this one. So far, this is more action-packed than that race was. About the top 10 are all nose and tail on the bottom. Finally able to get underneath Brandon Brown.
Careful, still there.
And we're up to 5th.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top.
Jones blocked Brown off. Austin Hill looking to the top. Everybody else now with the blocking, but that moves some leaves some room on the bottom now. And there's Tyler Reddick.
Alright, you're clear there.
Had the tough break at Chicagoland, leading quite a bit of the race, and while leading, he blows an engine. Now a chance for redemption here in this next race at Daytona. He's on the top side of the track. We're following him currently. He's got a fast car. He's a good guy to follow. You have to make sure Stephen Light doesn't get out in front, that's for sure.
Inside, clear road.
get Reddick to the bottom. There is some room down there. Maybe he can beat Joe Jackson into turns 3 and 4. Nope, not quite. And so we're just going to make a move underneath Reddick for third.
You got room. You're clear.
Trying to make that move here on the bottom underneath Jackson. Didn't complete the pass down there, trying to do the same thing we did for the lead. It's going to be too little too late to do that at the finish of the race, but it is working for passes per position at least on the track. We can't clear him off the turn 2 like we did in the lead earlier though. Well, Morgan Shepherd out in front, but we got fast car right behind us, is Stephen White on the bottom. Oh, there's contact with Jackson. Kind of put Jackson in the wall accidentally. Didn't realize he was running up the racetrack into turn 3. Put him in the wall, and Jackson lost a ton of spots there. He even lost a ton of ground from Morgan Shepherd, but we're going to try to reel him back in. Somehow we're able to hold on to second, and somehow we didn't have a big wreck and caused the big one there. On the back bumper of Shepherd, off of turn 2, looking to the top side of the racetrack. Shepherd gonna block. And not gonna work that time. We've seen passes around the top side of the track, in the middle. When battling out in front for the lead, I have just not been able to pass anybody in the middle and the top. Well, I have been, but just not for the lead. Only really passed the leader around the bottom here in this race. Again, I've led 4 times, but have not led more than 2 laps at a time. 8 laps led currently in the race for Cole Custer. Morgan Shepherd leading his first laps of the race and holding strong. About 42 laps to go. Huge gap reeled in now on Shepherd. Still just cannot complete the pass. Looking forward to the inside of Shepherd. Still can't get him. Unbelievable. We don't really have a lot of help from behind here. Brandon Jones, at least for the moment. We have shown how much of a side draft we can get, though, if we can just get to the inside of Shepherd. It is very possible right on his back bumper now.
Stay high.
Looking to the outside. Can we side draft off the right rear quarter panel? Not quite. They're just ever so close. In this great battle here with about 40 laps left. Jones is closing in now. If Brandon Jones can close the gap behind me, give me a little bit of a push. Got a chance to take the lead, or maybe he tries to get a run of his own and take the lead. Off of 4, looking back to the bottom again, but Shepherd blocking us off. We've got one more set of pit stops left in this race, but if we are to pit right now, we can make enough fuel to the end. Trying to get down to the bottom. Nowhere to go, though. We were on the double yellow line. Can't pass below it. Big run, though, down the back straightaway. Again, down to the inside. Trying to side draft off the 89 of Morgan Shepherd. Really pinning him towards the top of the track. There's contact. Brandon Jones right up against the wall, trying to help Shepherd out. as we move each other. Now I've got help on the bottom here from Jackson. Jackson about turns us, and we're 3 wide for the lead. What a turn of events. And we get stuck in the middle. Nowhere to go. Freight train on the top of the racetrack now as Joe Jackson takes the lead. I thought he was going to give us a push from behind, and he almost turned us instead. I don't know how I hung on to the race car there. I thought it was done. It was about to spin out in front of the field.
Careful, still there.
Stuck on the top, and we're able to finally get to the bottom here. Once again. Oh, big move to make it 3 wide. Kind of bottlenecked up right as that was moving to the inside. And now out of nowhere, after having such a big gap, with first and second, and even third for that matter, on back. Now the top 10 are all punched nose to tail. The aggressive nature of this style of racing is tremendous, and especially the closer and closer you can get to the end. Side by side for the lead, and we have a caution. Just a bunch to field back up even more. Third of the race, 38 laps to go. And pitting now, we will make it on fuel to the finish. So we can make it on fuel to the end. And we will have 34 laps to go in this race when we go green. Lost a lot of spots on pit road there, and I'm kind of thinking that not a lot of guys took tires. Might have had some left rear quarter panel damage though when we about got turned from Joe Jackson as well, and maybe even some damage on the right side of the car getting into the side of Morgan Shepherd. But nevertheless, you can gain all those spots back in these super speedway races. So green flag back in the air.
Still there.
And it looks like the inside line, well, even the outside for that matter, just not really staying that organized. It's kind of got bottlenecked up into turns 1 and 2.
Still there.
Push from behind from Jeremy Clements to try and close back into the back bumper of Josh Wise. Getting pushed from behind at the same time of pushing Williams. That's how big wrecks happen. Finally able to get under Clements, still on our back bumper, giving us a heck of a push. Clements might follow us all the way through the pack. Who knows? We got to get up there first. I'm confident we will at some point. How quick. It took us 26 laps to take the lead from the rear of the field earlier.
Stay low, stay low.
Restarting with 34 to go. If it took us that long again, we would still get to the lead before the end of the race, but don't want it to take that long. We're closing in on the final quarter of this one.
Careful, still there. Stay low, stay low.
Aggressive blocking, aggressive side drafting, and bump drafting for that matter.
Stay low, stay low.
Trying to work the way up through the field. Hill blocking us. Nowhere to go.
Careful, still there.
He's protecting his line on the double yellow line there.
Stay low. Car there on the outside.
Off of 4, trying to get to the inside. 3 wide. It's going to get tight going through the trioval. Now we're kind of stuck on the top side of the track there. Quickly able to get back down to the bottom. Had too much of a run, didn't want to get out of the gas, so I moved to the top. Out randomly. And now we get another caution, so we'll have our 4th caution of the race. We're at that point where cautions start to breed other cautions, especially at Daytona. Well, the driver pitting is going to be Chad Fincham, who is last on the lead lap right now anyways. You see Garrett Smithley, Jeff Green. Only two drivers out of this race. Stephen Light is in 8th. He led the first 24 laps of the race from the pole. He's got a fast car when he can get out in front. So hopefully for our sake, he does not get to that point. And here we go now. Green flag back in the air once again at Daytona. Did not get through the first gear into second very well that time. We're going to lose a ton of ground on the restart, spinning the tires. And we might need to get some help from behind here. Hopefully we don't branch out into two different packs.
Inside. All right, clear low.
Trying to protect it, at least lead the second pack. Don't want to lose these guys. We're still trying to get up to speed though, so we shouldn't lose them. I can still feel the draft off of Cindric. And now Elliott Sadler is going to give us a big push here on the bottom of the racetrack to 3 and 4. Maybe not as big of a push as I was expecting. But we're getting a big run there after building that little bit of a gap. So we're actually pulling away from Sadler, leaving the second pack. So at least we're able to get to this one. So the lead pack here is 16 cars, just able to squeeze to the inside of Cindric. A little contact was made along the way, but we got through there. And now we got 3 wide in the middle of this pack. Three by 3 into turn 3 here at Daytona. Tightest parts of the racetrack, through the tri-oval and shortening from the back straightaway into turn 3. 4 wide now here in Daytona. First time we've seen 4 wide today. What a pass here by Custer. As we're slicing and dicing our way through the field. Quick and no! Nemechek almost caused a wreck again. Down under the inside. He tried to block us at the last second.
Clear high.
And we're back up to 6th. We have not led since taking a pit stop. In fact, we have not led since about 50 laps left in this one. It's been a little while. We tried to go for the lead and almost got turned by Joe Jackson. We were 3 wide. That was the closest we've been to leading since. Oh, and there we go. What a save by Ross Chastain. I thought he was going around there. I stayed in the gas, but I got scared. Oh my goodness. Push from behind now from Tyler Reddick. And we're up to 2nd. Oh my goodness. I don't know how that happened. What a save, and I don't know how everybody stayed clear of it. I don't even know how I got around all those guys at the same time. Haley had a big lead, though, because of it. We're going to run him down in the draft. He's all by himself, no one to draft with. And it's only a matter of time. We're going to have 23 laps to go. Sorry, 24 laps to go at the line. As we've had a couple almost wreck incidents here just within the last couple laps. But we're keeping the car as clean as possible. Trying to get to the end. And not only Haley had a big gap on me in second, but I'm starting to bridge on a 3-car length gap here in between me and Briscoe. Again, if we look at the regular season standings coming into this race, I was only up by 3 points on Briscoe entering this race. And we only have 9 races left in the regular season after this one in the Xfinity Series. So very tight battle for the regular season title. Again, no stages. So no stage points. Only matters on finish here. We're right along with the in-car cam in the next few laps here. We'll go alternating cameras here for about the next 10 laps or so. Things have calmed down just a little bit these last couple laps now, trying to run down Justin Haley, especially compared to where they were a few laps ago. Kind of spaced the pack out a little bit. A lot of momentum was lost, and Haley was in front of all that in the safest spot possible. And that's another reason why you want to be leading at Daytona. Less of a chance of getting involved in a wreck unless you cause it by making dangerous blocks on the field, but you basically control your own destiny as far as how you control the pack. Briscoe's closing in on us here. Even if Briscoe can just kind of close in on us, we can hopefully finally get a big enough run on Haley. We were closing in on him, but we just didn't have help from behind. Now we've got the help. As despite the fact he got the two leaders in a tight championship points battle here in the regular season, possibly helping each other to try and get ahead of Justin Haley or at least catch up to him here. And I'd be surprised if Briscoe will jump out of line early to break the draft. They're both Stewart-Haas Racing teammates here in the Xfinity Series as well, so that'd be pretty cool if we could finish 1-2 in the regular season points title. And now a big run here on Haley going into turns 3 and 4. Still a big run on the rookie. The 20-year-old around in front here at Daytona. He won the July race in real life. We're looking to the inside. The run stalls out and he's able to block us. But we are right there with 20 laps to go. We saw Nemechek earlier. If we can get to the inside and side draft him just enough to slow his momentum down, we've got a great chance to get around him. Right on the back bumper again. We've got quite a bit of a run here off of 4. Looking to the inside. Here we go, to the left rear corner panel. Kind of washing him up the racetrack just a bit, but again, we can't quite get there. And again, here comes Briscoe in behind as he closes the gap from third on back. They're staying a lot more organized compared to what me and Haley are doing. It's also helping them kind of close in. And now they get disorganized. We get a big run on Haley once again now. Into turns 3 and 4. Down to the bottom. Right to the back bumper of Haley. Actually pushed him a little bit. Haley moves to the top as we try to stay in line and draft behind him. Getting a big run. Entering into turn 1, down to the bottom, side by side for the lead. We finally got alongside. Can we get the help we need from behind from Briscoe? Haley fighting back. Oh, Briscoe trying to make it 3 wide. No, Briscoe gives us the shot we need. And just like that, we're out in front here at Daytona. It will be an official lead change when we get back to the line, and now we've got first and second in points, running first and second in the race at Daytona. If Briscoe wins, no matter where I finish, he will overtake the points lead here at the end of this race. Outside coming along. Here comes Ross Chastain now as we make the blocking move. Back down to the bottom here on Briscoe. Briscoe makes it 3 wide. What a move. Briscoe up the middle. Pushed from behind by Austin Cindric. As we had no help on the bottom of the racetrack. And how quickly we fell back to 6th. Unbelievable. Still currently 3 wide contact now. With Joe Jackson, the top 7. The top 7 on the racetrack right now have all kind of pulled away, but us racing hard is allowing the second pack to kind of close in on us. Now bump draft here to the back bumper of the 13. We gotta make sure Briscoe doesn't win the race and retake the regular season points lead. As bad as I want to win, I do not want Briscoe to win. If you were just joining, we are in the late going of this race at Daytona. Now up into the 5th position, 15 laps to go, trying to work our way to the inside, now on Reddick. Chase Briscoe leads the field. Austin Cindric second. Ross Chastain, the Watermelon Man, in third. Cole Custer in fourth. Reddick in fifth. A lot of big guns in the Xfinity Series running in the top 5. Great move now on Chastain. And down to the inside of Cindric as well, carrying a big run down the back straightaway. Trying to keep it going and now close the gap here on Briscoe. Briscoe has shown great prowess on road courses as well as Cindric. We're both currently in the top 2 in this one. Just trying to side draft off of Cindric, but that is allowing Briscoe to get his way out in front. We have not led this race in about 40 laps. We've only led 8 laps total in this one. And now push from behind here from Joe Jackson. Down the back straightaway. But we could not clear Austin Cindric right now. Finally into 3, we clear him. He is sitting duck that far out in front. He made the aggressive move up the middle to take the lead. Moments ago, we will be willing to do whatever we can to take the lead. We're going to try and race him clean. He raced us clean. Will only be fair. I got a little loose there. Barely touched the apron from 3 and 4, and all that momentum lost that we were slowly gaining through 1 and 2. Jackson was aggressive with the pushes earlier and about turned us. About 10 to 20 laps ago. Luckily, we were able to drive out of it. One of the best Xfinity races we have had all season long, and now 12 laps to go. On the back bumper of Chase Briscoe. Can we side draft him now? Into turn 1, not quite. He throws the block again, killing our momentum. We get so close to being able to take the lead. We're not tight off of turn 2. We're going to oversteer in the car, washing up the racetrack. Right to the back bumper again. All over him now. Bumper to bumper. 11 to go. On the double yellow line, just nowhere to go. We might have to try and pass him along the top. I don't want to, but he's really blocked. Now he leaves the bottom open. Can we get there again? No, we can't. We get so close, yet we cannot reel him in. All we got to do is get that right front, right on the left rear corner panel, use the side draft, suck the air off of the rear spoiler, and drag him back. And once we're side by side, it's a drag race at that point. Another big run, but we hit the corner before I'm able to get alongside. And now up the racetrack again goes Briscoe, trying to block us. Nine to go. At the line this time, we are right there on his back bumper, right in the top side of the track. Right up against the wall. And now here comes Jackson on the bottom. That might be the chance we have. We look there. Jackson going to give us a little bit of a push. Down the back straightaway. Now we're alongside Briscoe. Side by side for the lead into turns 3 and 4. We have finally timed it out. New leader, Cole Custer at the line. 8 laps to go at Daytona. Now can we block off the rest of the field to win the race? The reactions are going to have to be quick at 200 miles an hour. Late to go in here. Once again, 8 to go for anybody new joining into this. Who will win the Xfinity Series July race at Daytona? Everybody is actually quiet right now, single file. They are waiting to make their move. Seven laps to go. It is only a matter of time, though. Joe Jackson, can he pull off an upset? An unsponsored race team has a chance to win it here with the big boys at Daytona. Justin Haley, Chase Briscoe just behind him. Ray Black Jr. now into the top 5, trying to get the outline started. You can see, and now slowly, guys starting to work up to the top again. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there. Able to hold on to the lead for the moment, but you can see the outside line slowly working. They keep moving up there, and that's leaving some room on the bottom. And now Justin Haley's on the top. Haley trying to side draft off of 13 of Joe Jackson. His run's lost, but now it's only a matter of time before more cars move up to the top. They only have 2 of them up there right now, though. But he's doing a great job side drafting there. And he's got that fast car right behind him of Ray White Jr. And now Joe Jackson gets down to the bottom. Huge push from Briscoe. Jackson out in front here at Daytona. We're stuck on the top. He came along quick. Oh, what a big move to get back down in front of Balicki on the inside and quickly back up to second. 5 to go. The race is on. Jackson side by side for the lead. Door to door here into turns 3 and 4. Balicki now to follow on the racetrack. Will he give us a shot? Off of 2. It's a drag race down the backstretch. Into 3, still side by side. For almost an entire lap now. 3 wide behind us now for 3rd. Brandon Jones is in the mix.
Stay low, stay low.
Back to the line again. Jackson leads the lap. There's contact.
Still there.
4 to go. Trying to get out in front. Brandon Jones pushing us through 1 and 2. And now down the back straightaway, he lets go, but we're able to clear Jackson back out in front again. And now we got to try to hold on. We had a close call, and luckily we were quickly able to get back to the lead. We're going to lead off of 4 again. We take back the lead officially at the line. It'll be a lead change. Here we go. 3 laps to go. Jones, Reddick on the inside. And now a third line starting in the middle. Looks like Justin Haley's trying to lead that group. Jackson pulls down in front of him, leaving only a couple cars on the top line on the outside. And they kind of morph back into the middle again. I expect there to be 3 lines here completely pretty soon. 2 to go. When we get back to the white flag, where the next flag will end the race. It's got to be very aggressive with the blocks, hope for the best, and hope that nobody gets a big enough run on us. Done a great job blocking here these last couple laps since taking the lead again. And now off of turn 4, we're going to get there. The white flag is going to be in the air. We're going to have 1 lap to go, 2.5 miles to decide the winner in the Firecracker 250 at Daytona.
White flag, bring it home.
3 lines peeking out once again. Jones is going to try to wait and make a move. Hopefully he can get a little bit of a run on us. For his sake at least. Down the back straightaway. I just don't think there's enough brewing. Caution's out. The caution has flown. A little bit of an anticlimactic finish. But we are going to win the race here at Daytona. It's going to be burnout worthy, at least for our sake. We get the win. It was a pretty good race despite what ended up happening on the last lap with the caution. We didn't quite get the race back to the checker, but despite a little bit of an anticlimactic finish, it was a great race. As we were just able to get the win in this one. Brandon Jones ended up second at the time of the caution, Reddick third. Chase Briscoe fell all the way back to 8th. So we are going to expand the points lead a little bit more on him with the win and him finishing back in the 8th position despite the fact he was up there late. Get our 10th win of the season as we now currently have a 14-point lead over Briscoe for the regular season title. Great race here at Daytona. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button for more NASCAR Heat 4 and other future-related NASCAR content. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the race, enjoyed the commentary. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. And have a happy Thanksgiving.